Dan here for Six Towns Radio. I'm here with Kerry Ellis and Wendi Peters, who are in Wonderland, which is currently at the Regent Theatre in Stoke. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Pleasure. It's lovely to be here.
It really is. Like, you must be absolutely worshipped in this theatre right now, because we've never had this before. We've never had the lights.
Lighting.
I feel like I am somebody right
Thanks,
now. I've
actually,
got
thanks,
lights.
John.
I've got the light. It's
I'm
brilliant.
just glad I'm not clashing with the seat. I'm glad I didn't wear a colour, and I'm not clashing with the mustard.
You both like thought it through and are wearing makeup. I forgot, so I'm going to look dead pale when this comes out. It's like you've been interviewed by Casper the Friendly Ghost. That's what it's going to look like. Guys, it looks like you have so much fun on stage in this show. Do you?
Well, yeah, when I'm on stage. I mean, I get a bit of a...
She gets to watch the
choice
tennis,
deal.
this one.
Oh my God, the tennis last night. I was on and off. Come on, Nadal, come on.
Yeah, they were
Every
like-
time I came down, I was like, the tennis is really good.
You give everybody the update.
Yeah, no, it is great fun. I mean, the Queen of Hearts is sort of a large cameo, really. She's a cameo role, isn't she? This lady is on stage for the whole show. She drives it through and keeps it going and is phenomenal.
Thanks. Likewise, she comes down and she's a scene stealer, so she comes down and has these amazing numbers.
Just eats a
and
lot of
then
jam
just goes,
tarts.
bam.
Yeah.
It
No,
is.
we do have a lot of fun. In your answer to your question, we do have a lot of laughs, and I think that the thing about this show is that we all have got together and giggled our way through, and it's fun to watch. People get on their feet and they're clapping along at the end to the music that's phenomenal.
And that's it. We're lucky to sing those songs every night. I think
Yeah.
that's the thing. I think that's what probably drew both of us to it, was the score because it is such a phenomenal score by Frank Wildhorn, with every genre of music in it. Not just musical theatre, obviously, but rock, pop, bit of classical, boy band. It's all there for everybody.
It's like how I felt watching it. It's like your favourite part of every musical in just one amazing show,
Oh,
and
that's a nice
that's
way
how
of
it
putting
feels
it,
to
yeah.
kind of like to watch this.
It's a mega mix.
It's a mega mix like no other.
Got a proper mega mix there.
We don't need one. The whole show's a mega mix.
The whole show is your compilation album of absolute cracking tunes. That's how it works. What can the people of Stoke expect in Wonderland?
You know what? It's a crazy night out. I mean, you see, it's an adaptation of Alice in Wonderland, as you know it. So we do see familiar characters, the Mad Hatter, the White Rabbit, the Queen of Hearts, Alice, slightly older. Only slightly. And so you do see those familiar people. However, the story is completely different and the music is phenomenal. You will go out, clapping your hands, bopping your head and dancing along. It's fun. It's just a couple of hours of light-hearted fun, and you will enjoy it.
You're always constantly smiling as well. Like I never
good.
found myself not smiling. It's like
When
a
you're
really
watching
good,
it,
yeah,
I shouldn't smile. But yeah.
it's like it's a really good kind of workout for your jaw. If you want a good jaw, watch the show. You're like, yeah, this is brilliant.
That's great.
Do you find any? You've both been on stage before previously. Do you find any similarities with any shows you've done previously?
No, that's
No,
the answer to
not
that
at
one. No, only in as much as I usually play the baddie. So, I'm usually that, and usually quite loud, and obviously typecast. So, no, not really. I mean, not with the musicals I've done. I've done quite a lot of Sondheim and more traditional style musicals. I haven't really, because my voice isn't particularly rocky or poppy, I haven't really gone down the rocky poppy ones. Over to Kerry.
Yeah, I mean, I have done those style of shows where it's big tune after big tune. I have been involved in shows like that, and this certainly is that. It really is. The difference with this is I guess the relation to really well-known characters. What we have noticed with this show is there's die-hard Alice in Wonderland fans. There's people with like tattoos down their arms with Alice in Wonderland, and people have come dressed as cats, and people, it relates to kids, which is lovely. We've had a lot of kids come and see the show. In fact, last night there was a few-month-old baby in the front row.
We did. We nudged each other in the finale and went,
Can't believe it.
God, a little baby on the front row.
Yeah.
The youngest
Mental.
audience member ever.
Yeah, mental. So
And I think that's the style of the show, because it is Alice in Wonderland and Alice with Looking Glass combined together. You have a story that everybody knows, from children right through to grandparents, in their own way, be it through the Johnny Depp movie, be it through Disney's movie, be it through the books, which we'd hope most people would have read, throughout the childhood. And that is the thing, everybody can relate to something within it. The thing that we've thrown into it is we've updated it slightly, with Alice being slightly older and has a daughter, goes through Wonderland, but once you're into Wonderland, you do meet all those mad characters. But with having the twist of the mirror, the looking glass, any character can change at any point if they go through the looking glass. So that adds to the craziness of it as well.
Did you find any pressure on yourself, because it is such a loved story, Alice in Wonderland, and everybody will know the story of Alice in Wonderland, and hopefully, like you said, will have read at least Alice in Wonderland. Was there any extra pressure for you going into the show, because it's a redefined version, it's a newer version, it's bringing it to the 21st century. Was there any pressure for you as performers with that in the back of your minds?
I didn't feel any pressure. I found it exciting because that's something I always like to do. I like to find a piece that I can create a little bit myself. And although we know the Queen of Hearts, I hadn't seen the Johnny Depp film. I probably watched the Disney one with my daughter a long, long time ago, because she's grown, an old teenager now. But I tried to create something myself that obviously has a bit of me in it as well. There always is. No matter what you do, there'll always be a little bit of you in there. But trying to create something that was wackier, and even to the point where this has been done on Broadway before, but this is so different because obviously we're playing it in English, they did it in American, so that changes it all completely. So that was the nice thing about it. There's never any pressure because it's your interpretation, and a critic or one person's view is exactly that, one person's view. So you're doing it for the masses and hoping that in general people like it, and if somebody doesn't, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's theatre.
That's it, and that's not their perception, and that's fine.
You mentioned the looking glass. If you had the opportunity to step through the looking glass yourselves to see what the alternate you was, would you step through, and what would you expect to come out the other side? I mean, such a loaded question.
Isn't it?
I don't think we've got time for that. No, would we step through? Yes, I think so. Because the nice thing about this show is that the fact that you do step through, you actually come back, but you're just a slightly different version of yourself. You're still your person. So I guess for me, I remember when I was pregnant with both my children, I was slightly more vocal than I usually am. I'm usually quite reserved, and suddenly this hormone was shooting around my body, and I became very opinionated and quite I would just say how I feel, and and perhaps maybe a bit more of that I would have, but other than that,
so be a bit more opinionated. So pregnancy is like the human version of the looking glass, basically.
It is a little bit, yeah, a little bit for me. Maybe.
And what about yourself, Wendy? Would you step through?
Yeah, of course I would.
What would you expect to come out the other side?
Well, I'd hope for a size 8, but that wouldn't happen, would it? So I would say probably somebody who perhaps isn't quite as opinionated.
It's just switch.
Because I just say what I mean, really.
You could switch.
We could switch.
We could switch. We should do that for a day.
It's like Freaky Friday.
We should do that for a day.
There's a musical about that's been on in the States.
Yeah, see, maybe.
There you go.
Get it right now.
There you go.
We've already got the casting
right here, right now.
Sorted. I want at least 10% of whatever you guys are making from that show.
No
I was right here. And we said no problem, so there's the contract signed. Do you get to a point in the show where everything, because it is quite, for your character especially, it's powerful song, it seems to be powerful, and you are used to this, you've done West End, you've been a performer for many years. Is there a point where you get to it and you go, I'm so tired, but I've got to get through this wall, because I'm sure when you look at it, you go, how have you not hit a wall yet? How?
Well, it is quite full on. However, it's quite short. The first act does fly for me, because literally once I'm on the stage and I start the show, it doesn't stop. So it's kind of adrenaline and new venues and new audiences. It's just over before I know it. We jump about, we have a lot of fun, we dance around, we sing great songs, and that's what we do. That's what I love doing, and that's where I'm kind of at my happiest, and this kind of does that for me. So I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, it's probably in a way because you're constantly on. You just do it.
Yeah.
Whereas although I'm not on very much, there is that point you go, oh, come on.
It is harder.
Hold this bustle back down to the stage. And
it's harder.
So it is more. There are sometimes, there are. And also, Kerry, very luckily, hasn't been doing every venue. She gets a
I'm
bit
not
of
here all the
time
time.
off. I've done, you know, Dave and I have done every venue, so
Yeah.
we are like 8 shows a week, every venue for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
So there are points where I go, I really don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this tonight. But of course, you stand in the wings and you go, right, come on, and you do it. But there's always going to be moments. You're not telling me anybody in any other job doesn't go, I don't want to go to work today.
Yeah.
But you have to do it. That's your job.
I was just going to come back to, because obviously you quite on and off the stage, you don't stay on for an extended period of time. It's you're on for a number, like we said before. So you do get to that point when you're off stage, you go back on again. Or while you sat around, do you overthink what you've done previously, or is it a case of
No, you're watching
No,
tennis.
I'm watching tennis. No, I certainly don't overthink it. I think I wouldn't say I relax. I mean, I joke about watching telly and watching tennis and doing all that. But I know there's a certain amount of time off. But I can't sit there and grab a book and read a book or do some emails or whatever, because you're listening to Townley, so you're listening to the show, so you are still part of it.
Yeah.
And I have stuff on. I had the tennis on last night and hours. But you're constantly listening out for what's going on.
Is it good to
when
have
you're
them
on.
distractions whilst you are off stage?
I think so, probably, yeah. I mean, it's a joy now. I mean, compared to 25 years ago, and there was not, you didn't have little televisions in your room or anything, or iPads or anything to keep you busy with.
Reading the
things.
same newspaper over and over again.
It was a book. Well, book's fine.
Or
I
a
love
book,
reading,
yeah.
but you certainly now have much more choice in keeping you entertained.
And following Wonderland, what's next for both of you performance-wise? Where would you want to? Have you got a show that you want to be in, or a show that you've got potentially coming up?
Yep, I'm going on to a new show called Heaven on Earth. It's an arena tour that opens in December, and we go through right until May. I've just released an album with Brian May, so we might tour next summer, possibly, and I'm working on a new album, and lots of concerts, and perhaps another collaboration.
So just a couple of albums in an arena tour to
Just
fit in for the next. Just a couple of albums.
Yeah, it's a bit
One with
busy.
Brian May, that was in there as well.
It's a bit busy, yeah, it's a bit busy. It's
And-
good though, I like it.
And what about yourself,
It's
Wendy?
always better to be busy, isn't
It
it?
is.
Yeah, mine's just so very different. When I finish, I'm going to New York for a week after this 7 months of, so I'm catching up on my shows for a week. And then I also do as a side, I interview for book festivals, because I'm quite a foodie, because I did MasterChef. So I interview people who have new cookery books and recipe books coming out. So I've got to do Ottolenghi, and I'm doing Kirsty Allsop. She's got a cookery book coming out. So I'm doing that, and I'm filming a pilot for a sitcom, which we're hoping will get commissioned in October. And then November I start Panto. Oh yes, I do. I'm in Canterbury this Christmas at the Marlow. So, and then, don't know, there is something next spring possibly, but I can't.
Come on,
I just can't.
That was like the biggest carrot dangle ever.
I
No,
can't.
just whip straight
I've
away.
only
Come
just
on.
been shown interest
We're not
in
filming,
something,
it's fine.
so I can't say.
We're not filming anything, it's fine. Tell me. We're just here between friends, just a load of empty seats. There's nobody else behind the camera. It's fine. We've got loads of stuff coming up for both of you then. Back to Wonderland. In a sentence from both of you, why should people come out before Saturday in Stoke to watch Wonderland?
You know, it's just a joyous night out. You will go out tapping your feet, clapping along, and it makes you smile. So come and join us, especially with this grim weather.
I was just going to say, it's raining. You can't sit in your gardens in the evening. Come down to
Come
the
and see us.
Regent. It's great fun. You'll have an absolute ball. Amazing music, amazing vocals. Looks great. And just, come and clap along and go out smiling.
It is magical, and you do exactly that. I was walking around, I was practically skipping to the bus.
Oh,
These people looking at me going, what's wrong with that guy?
Oh, that's
I was just
great.
skipping away. So Wonderland is in Stoke, and it's only here till the 15th of July. Get your tickets from www.atgtickets.com/Stoke, or come in to see the guys at the box office as well. Kerry and Wendy, thank you very much for joining me,
Pleasure.
and best of luck for the rest of one of the show.
Come and see us.
Thank you.